Well, I had to leave for summing up until I was back in the crib. It was absolutely baking. And by the way, if anyone watching this is a South East Network employee, the rail in other words, thank you so much for closing off New Cross Gate without any prior notification. So half a dozen of us had to slog from Millwall right up to New Cross itself. And I'd just like to say, swivel on that. Anyway, that said, yes, the game. What can you say about a game of football which was as crazy as that one was? But having said that, was it really that crazy, or did we just have a first half which was awful, in as much as the midfielders didn't move? The amount of space which Watford had out on the flanks was alarming, and we just did not look at the races whatsoever. Yet even then, we had two chances to score, one which was cleared off the line and hit the post, and one which Tom Bradshaw headed wide. But the goal, I've got to say, having seen it again now, it's another goalkeeping horror show from Lucas Jensen. Completely out of position, not fouled, and the ball just flew straight in the net from the corner. And the second goal, the free kick that looked stunning at first, have a look at his positioning. It's not great. He was never going to get to that. That was really, really avoidable, but no. And you could ask questions of their third. But in between all of this, we came out in the second half after presumably Neil had blasted the lads, and they actually looked like a team, but it was bad game management. Ido Humaku waiting as long as he did after playing young Essie, who, frankly, I'm trying to think of polite ways of putting it. Last week against Southampton, he looked miles off it, and this week he looked furlongs off it, he says very politely. Yet he kept him on all that while. As soon as Macu was introduced, suddenly there was alarm bells ringing in their defence. He was direct, and yes, he made both the goals. One off a defender, one which ended up hitting the post from South, but they were both from his crosses, and he is direct, and he should have been playing from the start. As it was, we got it back to 2-2 with Duncan Watmore. We hit the post with South before that. Although I think there was a free kick resulting from it, Macaulay Langstaff hit the bar with about 90 seconds left. An absolutely crazy game of football, but one which we could well have been on the right end of if we had the correct game management. Gaffer, sorry, you called that one wrongly. And, well, some people upgrade phones because they like the company and they know how to work them with just a little bit extra. And if this is what we're going to get from Lucas Jensen, we've got an upgrade on George Long. Ta-ta.